Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's BAC Bravo meeting. Today is September 30, 2024. For the determination of quorum, kindly acknowledge your presence once your name is called. Let's start with our presiding officer, M. Gen Ricardo C. Banayat. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Present.
We also have Attorney Frank Edward G. Marty, who is present online. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Apologies, I'm attending online. I'm also in another meeting. Morning
And
po, Gen B, sir.
good morning,
Morning.
sir. We also have Engineer Jaime M. Cosep. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, present po.
We also have provisional members from the end user representative from ANS, ADMS, BCMG. Good morning po, ma'am. We also have the BAC Technical Working Group headed by Attorney Mark Nestor T. Mendoza.
Hi, good morning.
We have the BAC Secretariat, we also have observers from COA Resident Auditor, NGO EBJFI, PCCI, and IAS. And with that, sir, we have a quorum.
Okay, let's have the prayer, please.
Let us pray. Father in heaven, we need your guidance and wisdom to help us make the right decisions in this meeting. Thank you for being a God who is always faithful to guide us. May your will be done in this meeting. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. TWG.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. First item on our agenda today for pre-bid conference is the provision of comprehensive annual service maintenance for GE, ABB, uninterruptible power supplies for CNS ATM reader sites. This is rebid already. Bid number 24-55-8 with an ABC of 19,305,656 pesos and 16 centavos. Do we have prospective bidders who are present online? Again, may I repeat, this is a pre-bid conference for the provision of comprehensive annual service maintenance for GE, ABB, uninterruptible power supplies for CNS ATM reader sites. May I please ask the prospective bidders to identify yourself and the company you are representing. Pa-mic on na lang po, please. Siguro, Mr. Jose Gardose, Jr., Bidding Department AAC. Please identify yourselves po.
Good morning, sir.
Please,
I am Jose Gardoso Jr. From Abotec Corporation.
yes po. Mr. Jel Thomas, please identify yourself. Nakamute ka, sir. You're muted, sir. Okay, paki-type na lang po sa chat box, please, your name and the company you're representing po. So we can already proceed with the presentation. And you, sir? Sir Darwin, nandiyan ba, Sir Darwin?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone.
Pre-bid conference of provision of comprehensive annual service maintenance for GE ABB Uninterruptible power supplies for CNS ATM radar sites. Bid number 240558 Bravo. So invitation to bid, project overview, so provision of comprehensive annual service maintenance of GE ABB Uninterruptible power supplies for CNS ATM radar sites with the budget of 19,305,656 and 16 cents from the CAAP corporate operating budget for FY 2024. So with the eligibility of the bidders must have completed a similar contract with the last 7 years, and the bidding process is competitive bidding with a pass or fail criterion as per RA number 9184 with the bid document fee of 28,000, 12% VAT inclusive, with the project duration of 365 calendar days. So here is the instruction to bidders with the corresponding BDS. So for eligible bidders, for this purpose, contract similar to project shall be supply, delivery, and installation of GABB UPS modules, spare parts and consumables, repair and troubleshooting of GE and or ABB UPS completed within 7 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. So the bid price, the price of the goods shall be quoted DTP CAAP radar sites on addresses stated in the Section 6 Schedule of Requirement or the applicable Incoterms for this project. Number 10. So here is the list of the eligibility and technical components. So certificate of satisfactory project completion, relevant certification or accreditation held by the bidders, maintenance plan outlining procedures, schedules and tools to be used, and resumes or CVs of technicians who will perform the said maintenance. So the bid security shall be in the form of manager's check, which is equivalent to 386,113.20 cents, and the amount of 965,282.80 cents if the bid security is in surety bond. So sealing and marking of bids. Each bidder shall submit one original and one copy of the first and second component of its bid. So for the post-qual, here are the following documents shall be required: the latest ITR, so proof of completion of LCC, and for the bidder declared as LCB or SCB, product sample and other evidence of the bidder's statement of compliance with technical specification as required under Section 7. So for the GCC and corresponding SCC, so for purposes of this clause, the procuring entity's representative at the project site is Engineer Darwin Vicalio, Division Chief 3 of ADOD, ANS and other ANS Area Field Office Chiefs, or ANS Facility in charge. For clause 4, functionality and reliability tests will be conducted after maintenance. So as shown here in the slide is the schedule of requirements. So all sub-items in one lot in individual quantities and shall be delivered within 365 calendar days. So 30 kVA at Bacolod Silay, 60 kVA at Calibo Radar, 60 kVA at Mactan, 20 at Palawan, 60 at Naiya 2, 20 at Mount Magic, and 20 kVA at Apari, 20 kV at Zamboanga, 20 kV at Lawag, and 30 kV at Davao radar sites. So 4, 6, 11 sites and a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 21 units. So as shown is the technical specifications. Also on the slide are the technical and financial documents with the legal documents, valid field JEPs, statement of prospective bidder, and statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract. And last, original copy of the bid security in the form of surety bond. Ito pa. Conformity with technical specifications and original duly signed omnibus sworn statement. So if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements. So this is the end of our slide. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
To our prospective bidders, do we have any clarifications, concerns, or questions? We are now opening the floor for queries, clarifications, and questions.
Bakit tayo nag-fail dito? First rebid dito. Bakit nag-fail?
Mr. Chair, for everyone's information, the reason of failure was failure of the bidder to submit their bid proposal on the scheduled opening, sir.
Pero may bumili ng bid docs. Wala.
Secretariat, can you please confirm the history of the last bidding for this project, if bids were sold? I mean, bid documents were sold. Ms. Ning Dizon, go ahead, please.
Yes, Miss Ning Dison, go ahead po. Baka napindot lang po yung raise hand. May questions po ba from our prospective bidders?
Ilan ang prospective bidders? Ayan, okay.
Mr. Jose Gardoce Jr., yes po.
Sir, good morning po ulit. Inquire ko lang, sir, nire-require pa ba na magkaroon ng certificate of inspection dyan?
For a while, sir.
Sir, kasi madami po yung sites. So, all in all, nasa 11 sites po tayo all over the Philippines. Kung kaya naman nilang mag-inspect for mas ma-check or ma-inspect nila yung site, Okay po sa amin na mag-inspect sila pero hindi siya nire-required.
So, hindi nyo rin i-require.
Possible sir, kahit isang site lang. Isa concern ko kasi sir kung halos pare-pares lang po ba sir yung I mean yung equipment na nandito sa different sites.
Yes sir, pare-pareho po yung mga units na naka-install sa every site po. GABB po.
Thank you,
Magkakaiba lang
Intel.
po sila ng capacity.
Anong pinakamalapit na radar site, no?
Wait lang.
From Manila.
NAIA to radar po.
Saan? Sa?
NAIA to radar site sir.
Anaya to. Oh.
Yes po.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes po.
Yes, sir. Good morning po. I was the one who, actually, sir, the reason of failure previously is because we submitted our tax clearance po, pero yung attached na permit is, mayor's permit is actually not updated. But we do have, during that time, we do have the updated one, but dun sa BDocs namin siya, hindi po siya nakita na expired na po pala. That's the reason po nung ano. And also, yung Dolino case po namin, ang naka-attach mismo is not actually the letter but just the form. So yun po yung mga naging reason for failure.
Ma'am, is this for the annual service maintenance of the GEABB, UPS?
That's correct po, sir. Opo. Kasi sir, kami lang po kasi yung authorized to do the maintenance and to supply all the spare parts. Kasi yung contract po, yung bidding po nila is actually full comprehensive po ito, including the consumable parts, which is the capacitors, DC, AC, lahat po ng parts po, sir. So yun po yung naging reason for failure last time.
Are there any other questions or clarifications po? So if there are no more questions or clarifications, we are now closing the pre-bid conference. And for our prospective bidders, you can still write us your questions or clarifications po 10 days prior to the opening. So with that, may we now move on to the second item on our agenda today.
Please proceed.
The rehabilitation and testing of Tagaytay Reader Power Transformer and Substation at Tagaytay Reader Facility. This is again a rebid, bid number 24-50-08. The EBC is 1,100,000. So this is another pre-bid conference. May we invite our prospective bidders to please identify yourselves and the company you are representing. End user, let's paki-type na lang po sa chat box please so we can put your name sa attendance po. Let's start. And you, sir, with the presentation, please.
So good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. So this is pre-bid conference for the rehabilitation and testing of Tagaytay radar, power transformer and substation at Tagaytay radar facility. The project title, Rehabilitation and Testing of Tagaytay radar power transformer and substation at Tagaytay radar facility with a BC of 1,100,000 pesos. And the source of fund is the approved APP FY 2024 improvement of service entrance of various radar sites with the APP code 1643. CBA MOE number 2404432 dated April 2, 2024 with the duration of project of 30 calendar days and the mode of procurement is competitive bidding. So here is the invitation to bid. Well, I'll just run through to the instruction to bidders with the corresponding BDS. So under 5.3, for the eligible bidders, for this purpose, contract similar to the project shall be erection, installation, repair, or maintenance of power or distribution substation facilities, maintenance of power or distribution transformers, generators, and other electrical apparatus, manufacture of low or medium voltage distribution transformers and other electrical apparatus, and completed within 7 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Under number 7, subcontracts. So no further instruction as the procuring entity has prescribed that subcontracting is not allowed. For the clarification and amendment of documents, upon payment of bid documents, bidders must provide their respective email addresses to the BAC Secretariat. For the bid prices, the price of the goods shall be quoted DDP CAAP, Mia Road, Pasay City, or the applicable Incoterms for this project. And for bid security, the bid security shall be in the form of bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. Not less than 22,000 pesos, which is equivalent to 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, and the amount of not less than 55,000, which is equivalent to 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. So sealing and marking of bids. And for detailed evaluation comparison under 19.3, the description of the lots or items shall be indicated in section 7. For post-qualification, here are the requirements. Latest income tax return, proof of completion of the SLCC, for bidder declared LCB or SCB, product sample, and other evidence of the bidder's statement, and for the number 21, signing of the contract, no further instructions. So section 5, special conditions of the contract. So the delivery terms applicable to this contract are delivered at Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Tagaytay Radar Facility, Barangay Nyogan, Tagaytay City. So for this purpose, the representative project site is Mr. Ricardo M. Sison, ANS Facility in Charge, Tagaytay Radar Facility. So no advance payment and full payment upon completion and acceptance of the end user. So test results is stated in section 7. So final test shall be conducted in the presence of Tagaytay Radar Facility and anode representatives. Test methodology and results shall be in accordance with the latest IEEE or IEC requirements. Test results must be submitted in an agreed form between contractor and CAAP-anode, and final test results must be signed and sealed by a professional electrical engineer together with the current PRC license ID and professional tax receipt. So here is the schedule of requirements. So 15 kV 9 MOV surge arresters, 6 sets. 3 8-inch by 2 inches square head bolt, 8 sets. 3 8-inch by 3 inches square head bolt, 8 sets, and so on. So, as shown on the slide, is the continuation of the schedule of requirements with the corresponding duration. So for the PM or diagnostic testing, dissolved gas analysis for transformer oil, insulation resistance test, winding resistance test, transformer turns ratio test, polarization index, high potential test, insulation and contact test, grounding resistance test. So for the technical specifications, as shown on these slides. So, yun lang po yung presentation, Mr. Chair. Sir. Wala na, Mr. Chair.
To our prospective bidders, do we have any queries or clarifications? We are now opening the floor for any questions or clarifications from our prospective bidders.
Wala. May bidder ba tayo last time nito?
If there are no more questions, we are now
No more
close.
questions po. Thank you.
Kaya nga po. Yun nga po, ma'am. So, if there are no more questions, we are now closing the pre-bid conference for this project. Again, to our bidders, you can email to us your questions and clarifications at bac@cap.gov.ph 10 days prior to the opening of the project. We'd like to thank you for your interest for this project. We are now moving on to the pre-bid conference for the Disaster Preparedness Awareness Month campaign, the provision of emergency go bags for use of CAAP employees as part of the Disaster Resilience and Emergency Preparedness campaign during the celebration of the National Disaster Resilience Month. That's a mouthful. Bid number 24-71-9, ABC is 1,278,400 pesos. And user, please. Before we start the presentation, for the bidders for the previous projects, you are now excused. You can now leave the meeting room. And BAC, let's allow the other prospective bidders to be present online.
Good morning. Thank you, sir. To introduce the project, the CAAP Emergency Go Bags project of the Business Continuity Management Group is implemented as part of the authority's advocacy and the enhancement of information and awareness on disaster resilience and preparedness. The provision of emergency go bags aim to equip CAAP personnel with essential supplies and resources to address disaster situations and consequentially reduce the impact of crisis on operations. Sir, with your permission, may I just take down the presentation first and I'll replace it with a more current one? Ikaw na mag-share. Ayun. Through the chair, permission to proceed. Thank you, sir. For the invitation to bid for the Disaster Preparedness Awareness Month campaign, provision of emergency go bags for the use of CAAP employees as part of the Disaster Resilience and Emergency Preparedness campaign during the celebration of the National Disaster Resilience Month. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, through the CAAP Corporate Operating Budget for FY 2024, intends to apply the sum of 1,278,400 pesos, being the ABC, to payments under the contract for bid number 24-071-09 Bravo. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The CAAP now invites bids for the above procurement project. Delivery of goods is required within 60 calendar days. Bidders should have completed within 5 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids a contract similar to the project. The description of the eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2. Next slide, please. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorships, partnerships, or organizations with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines, and to citizens or organizations of a country, the laws or regulations of which grant similar rights or privileges to Filipino citizens pursuant to RA number 5183. Prospective bidders may obtain further information from the BAC Secretariat of CAAP, MIA Road, Pasay City, and inspect the bidding documents at the address given below from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, except declared holidays and suspension of work. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on September 2024 until deadline of submission of bid from the given address and websites. Below, upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 5,600, that is already inclusive of the 12% VAT, the procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees through email. Upon payment of the bid documents, bidders must provide their respective email addresses to the BAC Secretariat. All communications, including but not limited to notices, resolutions, and replies, among others, will be sent to the email address provided by the bidders. The date when such email was sent shall be considered the date of receipt of the bidders for purposes of complying with the requirements under RA 9184. Bidders must also check the PhilJEP's website, CAAP website, and BAC Secretariat for any bid bulletins and announcements related to the bidding. The CAAP will hold a pre-bid conference today, September 30, 9:30, through video conferencing. And number 9, bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address indicated below on or before 14 October 2024, 9:30 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the ITB Clause 14. Bid opening shall be on October 14, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. at the given address. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. The CAAP reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award a contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Sections 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. And for further information, you may contact Engineer Leandro Vasquez, the head of BAC Secretariat, as stated. And also visit the following websites. Proceeding to the bid data sheet. For ITB Clause 5.3, for this purpose, contracts to the project shall be supply and delivery of emergency go bags, should have completed within the last 5 years. A single contract equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC for this project, or at least 2 similar contracts with aggregate amounts equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC for this project, the largest of which must be equivalent to at least 25% of the ABC for this project. For Clause 12, the price of goods shall be quoted TDP, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, MIA Road, Pasay City, or the applicable Incoterms for this project. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount not less than 25,568, which is equivalent to 2% of the ABC, if bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit, or the amount of not less than 63,920, which is equivalent to 5% of ABC, if the bid security is in surety bonds. For ITB Clause 19.3, partial bid is not allowed. The goods are grouped in a single lot, and the lot shall not be divided into sub-lots for the purpose of bidding evaluation and contract award. Clause 20.2, other appropriate documents required to be submitted during post-qualification should be the latest income and business tax returns, certificate of PhilJEP's registration, SEC registration, mayor's permit, and tax clearance. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the IRR. For the special conditions of contract, delivery and documents, the delivery applicable to this contract are delivered at Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, MIA Road, Pasay City. Risk and title will pass from the supplier to the procuring entity upon receipt and final acceptance of goods at their final destination. For purposes of this clause, the procuring entity's representative at the project site is the BCMG chairperson or his representative. Incidental services, the supplier is required to provide all of the following services, including additional services, if any, specified in Section 6 Schedule of Requirements. Performance or supervision of on-site delivery. If any of the items is found defective, a replacement is necessary within 7 calendar days upon notification. The contract price for the goods shall include the prices charged by the supplier for incidental services and shall not exceed the prevailing rates charged to other parties by the supplier for similar services. On packaging, the packaging, marking, and documentation within and outside the packages shall comply strictly with such special requirements as shall be expressly provided for in the contract, including additional requirements. Transportation, where the supplier is required under the contract to transport the goods to a specified place of destination within the Philippines, defined as the project site, transport to such place of destination in the Philippines, including insurance and storage, as shall be specified in this contract, shall be arranged by the supplier, and related costs shall be included in the contract price. For intellectual property rights, the supplier shall indemnify the procuring entity against all third-party claims of infringement of patent, trademark, or industrial design rights arising from the use of goods or any part thereof. For the terms of payment, partial payment is not allowed. Terms of payment shall be 100% after complete delivery of goods. For the inspections and tests, the inspections and tests will cover the following: physical condition of goods, conformity of goods to the technical specifications, authenticity of goods, and whether goods delivered are functioning. The inspections and tests that will be conducted shall include, but not limited to, physical inspection and inventory, or whatever additional tests that the technical inspection team may require. For the schedule of requirements, the emergency go bags for the use of CAAP employees as part of the disaster resilience and emergency preparedness has a quantity of 1,700 sets and must be delivered within 60 calendar days upon receipt of NTP. Each set shall contain the following: 1-piece emergency go bag, dry bag 15 liters orange. Letter B, 1-piece flashlight, hand crank, 10 by 5 by 2.5 centimeters. 2 pieces glow stick, green chemiluminescent for up to 6 hours, waterproof, non-inflammable, non-toxic, 15 centimeters by 1.8 centimeters. The next one is 1-piece whistle, flat, dual tube style, aluminum, 120 decibels peak volume, 55 millimeters by 15 millimeters and 8 millimeters in size. 1-piece thermal blanket, silver, approximately 210 by 130 centimeters in size. The next one is 1 pair of scissors, approximately 14 centimeters in size, and should be made of stainless steel. 2 pieces resealable plastic bag, 17 by 24 centimeters. 1-piece brochure, first aid manual, glossy paper, size is 12.7 by 20.3 centimeters. Next is 1-piece first aid kit pouch. It should be made of nylon, red, color red, must be water resistant, 21 centimeters by 6.5 centimeters, 13 centimeters. 10 pieces alcohol pad, 70% isopropyl alcohol, 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters size of the pack. Size of pad is 6 by 3 centimeters. And the next one is povidone iodine, 10% solution, 30 ml. Next is 1 pack cotton balls, 50 pieces per pack. Next, 10 pieces sterile gauze, absorbent cotton material, approximately 10 by 10 centimeters mesh construction. Next one is 1-piece medical tape, 2.5 centimeters wide, made of paper material. The next one is 10 pieces adhesive antiseptic strips, 8.2 by 2.5 centimeters. 1 piece, next is 1-piece triangular bandage, non-woven fabric material, 96 by 96 by 136 centimeters in size. Next is 1-piece elastic bandage made of soft, breathable material. Size is 7.5 by 7.5 centimeters by 4.5 meters. And next is 1-piece emergency ID card with fillable first aid or medication information. For the technical specifications, 1,700 sets of emergency go bags for use of CAAP employees as part of the Disaster Resilience and Emergency Preparedness campaign during the celebration of the National Disaster Resilience Month, shown as stated. Next. Other requirements would be items J to Q of the list must be manufactured by reputable suppliers or brands. The bidders should also present one set of actual samples of the emergency go bag and its contents during the opening of the bids, which shall be part of the evaluation process by the end users. The price quoted shall be firm and irrevocable and not subject to any change whatsoever, even due to increased cost of raw materials, components, and fluctuations in foreign exchange rates and excise duties. I'm sorry? Ah, that- Yes, sir. So correction to entry number 2, the last part, which shall be part of, stating which shall be part of the evaluation process by the end users must be by the technical working group. Next slide, please.
Hindi mo
Suppliers
na-define
should,
yung reputable. Will you go to the previous?
sir?
Yung reputable supplier mo.
Yes, sir.
How do you define that reputable? Mukhang... Ha? Baka itanong mo.
Sir, 1 minute lang. For our prospective bidders and other attendees, please give us a minute lang po. Ma'am, sige. To clarify lang po, let's go to the requirement on reputable brands. So, by definition, a reputable supplier or brand is at least FDA registered, so that is Food and Drug Administration registered, government agency under DOH, and of course, must be a registered manufacturer, meaning they have an SEC registration at the very least, and they have been supplying or manufacturing these items for at least 10 years. No? So again po, to recap, a reputable supplier or brand in the context of this procurement must be FDA registered, must have been manufacturing these items for at least 10 years. So yun lang po. Dalawa lang po yung qualification ng reputable brand or supplier.
Please proceed.
Thank you, sir. Still part of the other requirements, suppliers should warrant that all items are of best quality and in accordance with specifications and shall be free from defects. If any of the items is found defective, a replacement is necessary within 7 calendar days upon notification. Bid price must cover all costs such as freight, brokerage, duties, taxes, etc. Attendant to the delivery of the items at the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, MIA Road, Pasay City. Delivery should be within 60 days upon receipt of the notice to proceed. For the checklist of technical and financial documents. Yes, sir. as shown. Proceed.
Just to clarify, on items number 1 and 2, these are documents to be submitted during post-qualification. So these do not have to be submitted during opening. So that's the certification under oath attesting that the bidder or the bidder has no pending case against the government. And number 2 is the legal clearance from CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service. Again, these are post-qualification documents and need not be submitted during opening. Okay, ma'am, let's proceed po to the next slide, please. To
That's
our
all.
prospective bidders present online, you may now raise your clarifications, questions, and other concerns po. May questions po ba from our prospective bidders? Sige po, Nornisha Kanda. Ma'am, sir, sige po. Paki-unmute po ang sarili nyo and you can raise your clarification po. Yes po, ma'am, sir. Regarding the requirement on reputable brand po, on manufacturer certification, we will need you to present that certification during post-qualification po. So it's not going to be submitted during bid opening, but it will be part of your post-qualification document if ever po you will be considered as the lowest submitted bid during opening. Sorry, may warranty po ba ito? For non-consumable items po, yung standard provided under 9184 is 1 year po. So for non-consumables po, that includes yung go bag po mismo, yung whistle, yung pouch po against normal wear and tear po. Yun ang po yung warranty na required po under this. Wala po kami existing samples. So, yung nasa tech specs po ng documents po, as presented a while ago, yun po yung kailangan i-submit. Please identify your name po and the company you're representing po.
Hello po, good afternoon. Good morning po. This is from Krypton International from Cebu City. Ask ko lang po yung since this will be presented during the Disaster Preparedness Awareness Month. So probably po wala po tong sir no. You will not allow extension for delivery.
Hindi na po, ma'am. What do you mean extension po for delivery?
If we would like to request for additional 30 days, so 90 calendar days.
Hindi na po, ma'am. 3 months is
Hindi
too
na
long
po.
na po. Opo.
So
Off the
sir,
shelf naman po ito lahat, ma'am, halos.
yes po sir. Pero since na yun yung iba dito parang nakita ko may may production talaga. Sir, I would like to evaluate bang term nito. Yung triangular bandage, you require reputable supplier or brand. Yung triangle bandage po kasi sir minsan pinapaano lang yan yung parang pinapatahi. Custom pinapaano namin sa pinapatahi nga sir. So do it still need po yung FDA registered and 10 years manufacturing? Hello po.
Wait lang po, ma'am.
Okay po.
Yung triangular bandage po, ma'am, that's readily available po in the market po. No need to have it tailor-made.
Okay po. Noted po kasi po actually yes I acknowledge it sir na meron na talaga sa pero yung manufacturer namin we will check sir kung ano po yung
Ma'am, we'll release a bid bulletin for that.
okay.
Opo.
Noted po. And next po yung yung legal something yung po yung yung dalawang item na yung requirements na sinabi niyo kanina sir doon sa checklist. Yung po since dito po kami sa Cebu, yung no pending cases, pwede ba namin kunin yung dito sa dito lang sa po sa Cebu na side or do we need to po request sa City of Manila since dyan po yung location nyo?
The certificate of no pending case is a personal attestation that you have no pending case against the government. It's notarized. It's signed by the authorized representative. You can find templates or samples over the internet po, ma'am. For the
Sige,
legal for the legal clearance from the Enforcement and Legal Service, you must get that from ELS here in the head office. So, ang mangyayari po, you can email them ahead of time requesting for such. Nag-google din po yung email address nila. Or you can look for their number that the trunk line is available online. ELS is Enforcement and Legal Clearance. You can ask ahead of time and you need to claim it here in the head office po. But that is a post-qualification document pa naman po. So, hindi pa siya required during opening.
Noted po, sir. Kasi akala ko po ano po yung kailangan talaga from Hall of Justice, yung ganun po, yung pending cases. Usually ito po yung require. Sige po, sir, noted po. Yung question, yung ano po, none so far na po. Thank you po.
Okay, to our other bidders, do we still have questions? We will be releasing a bid bulletin po regarding one, post-qualification documents that will be required. Two, the qualification on what is the requirement required for manufacturers. Three, on the triangular bandage po. So, pakiabangan na lang po sa PhilJeps and our Facebook page po and CAAP website for this bid bulletin. So, if there are no more questions po from our bidders. Meron pa po bang questions? Yung nasa chat box po, you can unmute yourself and say it verbally po. Sorry, nawawala kasi yung ano eh. Ano pong special request? Hi po, good morning. Sa documents po, ano po special request? What do you mean special request? We don't have any special request for documents.
Ay, good morning, sir. Sir, ano, okay na po na nakita ko na po yung ano, yung mga documents. Okay na po ako doon. Sorry po.
Okay, if there are no more questions, again, we will be releasing a bid bulletin as soon as possible. But you may also email us at bac@caap.gov.ph for any questions and queries 10 days before the opening. So we thank the interest of our prospective bidders for attending today's pre-bid. You are now excused from this meeting. Thank you po.
Thank you po. Permission to leave.
For our next agenda item, we have the pre-bid conference for the periodic maintenance service for Oshkosh fire trucks with number 24-70-9. ABC is 9,095,070 pesos. End user.
Good morning, sir. This is for the pre-bid of periodic maintenance service for Oshkosh fire trucks at various airports. For the source of fund, it is from CAAP APP calendar year 2024 with the approved budget of 9,905,070 pesos. The duration of the project is 180 calendar days. with the applicable fee for the bidding documents of 11,200 pesos, inclusive of 12% VAT, and the opening of bids will be on October 14, 2024. For this purpose, contract similar to the project shall be supply of materials and labor for the maintenance of Oshkosh fire truck engines, completed at least 2 similar contracts, the aggregate amount of which should be equivalent to at least 50% in the case of non-expendable supplies and services, or 25% in the case of expendable supplies. So for the scope of work, for the periodic maintenance service of 3 units Oshkosh fire trucks at various airports, we have the diagnostic works with the visual inspection of engines for leaks and installation of diagnostic tools and capture engine data file. For the care and maintenance, they have to renew the engine oil, renew oil and fuel filter, check air filters, renew fuel and water separator cartridges, check flame glow plug, check V-belt tension, retight if necessary, drain and refill coolant, check battery and cable connection, check engine monitoring and alarm system, test run the engine, and submit a report. For the schedule of requirements, the delivery schedule expressed as weeks or months stipulates hereafter a delivery date, which is the date of delivery to the project site. Number 1, Oshkosh fire truck periodic maintenance service at Kawayan Airport with 1 unit fire truck delivered or to be serviced within 60 days. Number 2, Oshkosh fire truck periodic maintenance service at Romblon Airport with 1 unit Oshkosh fire truck, 60 days. And number 3, Oshkosh fire truck periodic maintenance service at Calibo International Airport, also 60 days with a total of 180 days for the 3 units. For the periodic maintenance, Oshkosh fire truck engine maintenance general condition, number 1, administrative requirements, the contractor shall comply with the following. Perform periodic maintenance service of Oshkosh fire trucks engine at various airports. Comply with the security, safety of CAAP airport house rules and plans for maintaining continued job site cleanup. Submit daily progress report to ARFF station and ARFF central office during the conduct of periodic maintenance service. Investigation and submission of reports to CAAP airports for any accident or untoward incident that may occur at the site for the duration of the project. Assume all responsibility for injuries to person and damages to CAAP airports and other property caused by the execution of the works, and shall be liable for any claims against CAAP airports on account of such injury and or damage. Provide necessary protection to all property of CAAP airports from the theft that is due to the performance of this work. Prohibitions, drinking of liquor, smoking, and gambling in the fire station building, cooking of any kind of food, and eating in the project work area, and loitering in areas other than the project site. Safety and sanitation requirements. Workers engaged in the maintenance program shall wear appropriate personal protective equipment. Employees of the supplier shall wear uniform, t-shirt marked with the company's name and shall be with valid company ID while inside CAAP airport's premises. All areas disturbed by implementation of the project shall be thoroughly cleaned to the full satisfaction of CAAP airports. Requirements for storage of equipment. All equipment shall be stocked in a stable and self-supporting manner. All sharp objects shall be removed to avoid injury to workers and CAAP airport personnel. Passageways and all accessways shall be kept free from equipment and material obstructions at all times. The contractor shall start within 10 calendar days after issuance of notice to proceed. The project shall be completed within 180 calendar days from the effective date indicated in the notice to proceed. The contractor represents the warrants that it has the capacity to perform its obligations and undertakings according to the terms and conditions of this project, and hereby agrees with the warrants that it shall faithfully observe and comply therewith. Number 4, all works must be done without disruption on the working condition of the working areas. 5, the contractor must submit certification that they are certified, qualified to conduct repair, maintenance of Deutz engine with TCD 2015 V8. Number 6, contractor must be an authorized distributor of Deutz spare parts and submit a valid authorized distributorship certificate from Deutz. Number 7, payment will be made as follows. Full payment will be made after 100% completion of periodic maintenance service and submission of all documents. All payments shall be subject to applicable taxes. Sir, this is the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Will you go back to the previous slide? Number 5. They are contractor mismo ang certification.
Yes, sir. Yung mga mag-handle po mismo ng periodic maintenance sa engine natin, so dapat sila is certified as well-versed sa pag-handle nung type ng engine natin, which is Deutz TCD 2015 V8 engine.
For our prospective bidders, do we have any questions po, clarifications? Okay, if there are no more questions or clarifications, we will now formally close the pre-bid conference for this project. Again, to our prospective bidder, you still have chance to email to us any question or clarification 10 days prior to the opening. We'd like to thank you for your attendance for today's pre-bid conference. We're now moving on to the determination and confirmation of mode of procurement for the supply delivery of consumables of MSSR antenna automatic